What? Live chat replay. Now viewers who replay your live streams will later see the chat as it happened. You can turn this off in your video settings. Got it. So people can look at what I type in chat. They can see this. And this. What happened? Whoop. Stream resumed. Okay, so running late. Let's go quick. Guy doesn't yell at me. Composite figures. Our central question. What is a composite figure? Composite figure. And how do we find its area? Ah, it's we today. We're in this together. No, wait. She wrote you. Womp womp. Okay, how do we? I'm gonna put we. Possessive it's. Why am I not receiving bits? I don't know. You might have to like watch it later. Sorry, fam. Okay. There's notes to find. Composite area. This could be bad. This could be bad. And a section unshaped. Find each area and subtracts. There's a whole lot of words to say. Find the area of every little part and then add or subtract appropriately. And we'll talk about how to do adding, subtracting appropriately in a little bit. Yeah, I don't know why it says it's going offline. I'm gonna type, I think it's okay now. Fingers crossed. Alright, so example 1. You can just pause this part if it cut out. Just write it all in. We're going to draw a square. And a triangle next to it. Ooh, I am a perfect shape drawer. Okay. And then we're going to label it 4. Oh, these are centimeters. M, 4 cm. That's what makes it a square. 4 centimeters on both sides. 3 centimeters over here. And we want to know, what is the area of this figure? What shapes do we have? We have a square. And we have a triangle. And there's nothing fancy here. We're just putting these together. So it's the square plus triangle gives us our total area. So the work we have to do is we have to find the area of a square. And our formula for square area equals the same as a rectangle. I don't think square formula is on a formula chart, so I'll put the rectangle formula. Base times height, or just 4 times 4 equals 16 square centimeters. Okay, then we need the area of the triangle. And that formula, A equals 1/2 base times height. And then we have this length down here. Call that the base. That's 3. 1/2 of 3. We don't, or it doesn't tell us this side, but if we use our good math thinking, if we have 4 on the left, then we have to have 4 on the right. This is something you're going to have to run, or you're going to run into. You're going to have to figure out on your own, because Miss Geyer is not going to be too appreciative if you can't figure out what the opposite side of a square is. This is just 4. Okay? Think about it. You know the answer. Then we find the area of that, so half of 3 times 4. And I'm going to start with 3 times 4 is 12, and then I'm going to say half of 12 equals 6 centimeters. So we go back to this original equation we wrote down. The square is 16. Triangle is 6. Gives us a total of 22 centimeters squared. And I could line that up a little better. That's the whole idea. Area of one thing, area of the other thing, and then add them together. It did it. Alright, example 2. Hopefully this one's more fun. Ooh, a little better. Okay, so we have a rectangle. Perfect rectangle. Nailed it. And then we have a half a circle. Perfect. Right there. Tells us 12 centimeters. 12 centimeters over here and 15 up top. So what do we need the area of? Well, we have half a circle. And then we have this rectangle. And again, nothing fancy here. We're just adding those two together. So this is our total. Geyer was a little lazy. She went with the easy shape first, so she said a rectangle. Area is base times height. In this case, our base and height are 15 and 12. Doesn't matter which one you call the base, which one is the height, because you're just multiplying. And 15 times 12 is 180. Units are centimeter squared. Okay. So our half circle you could either find, it's cutting out again. We could find the area of the circle, then divide it by 2. Or we could just say, we just change our formula. Say half a circle is going to be half of pi r squared. I am reconnected successfully. I'm sorry about this. I don't know what's happening. Why my internet is letting me down. I hope I don't have to re-record this. Definitely gonna get yelled at, no matter what happens. This is our work for example 2. Alright, I'm gonna press forward. I'm just gonna try to finish this up. So let's do example 3. Looks like a trapezoid on top of a rectangle. Oh, I didn't finish this last question. Oh my goodness, I did all the work. I didn't write down the answer. The half circle is 56.52 plus the rectangle is 180 equals 236.52 centimeters squared. Don't forget that part. You gotta add at the end. Okay, moving on. Example 3. Trapezoid on top of a rectangle on top of a triangle. This is 5. Somehow this is 6, even though it looks smaller. This is meters. 7 going across. And then 4. Whoops. This should be meters all the way through, I'm sorry. And another 4 meters here. Maybe a couple more minutes. Okay. So we have 3 shapes here. We've got a trapezoid. I'm eating. Sorry. Plus, we have a rectangle. And we have a triangle. We have to find all 3 of those areas. We have to put all 3 together. So let's start with the trapezoid. Everyone's favorite shape. That is A equals, oh, who does it this way? Base 1 plus base 2 times height divided by 2. So let's fill in our numbers. Our 2 bases are the 2 sides parallel to each other. So that's 5 plus 7. The height is the distance between them, which is 6, all divided by 2. So if we go through our steps here, I think we're going left to right here. So 5 plus 7 is 12, so that's 12 times 6 over 2. 12 times 6 is 72, divided by 2 is 36 meters squared. Okay, our rectangle, that's the easy part. It's almost always a rectangle. A equals base times height, or 4 times 7, or the area equals 28 meters squared. And then we have our triangle. Hopefully we're getting good at. Your 6th grade teachers can be proud of you. And they won't be proud of me because I messed up the formula. Half base times height. So our triangle is 4. And then this length here, even though it's not written down, we know is the same as this length there. It's also 7. So 4 times 7, writing area. 4 times 7 is 28. Half of 28 is 14, also meters squared. So we just add all those together. So our trapezoid was 36, plus the rectangle was 28, plus the triangle is 14, and that gives us our total area of 78 meters squared. All right, almost there. One last good one. These ones are my favorite. You actually have to think a little bit. What if we had perfect square, and inside of that perfect square we had circle, and we want to know what is the shaded part around the circle. My excellent coloring. Okay. So now we don't even have a name for these little shapes that are around it, right? Like this curvy part, but it has a right angle. So we can't find the area of the shaded part directly. But we do know about the shapes around it. Or we will as soon as I write down that this is 8 feet by 8 feet. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to say have a square on the outside, and inside of it is a circle. And if we got rid of the circle, right, we would have everything would be shaded. So it's the entire square except for what's filled in by the circle. So it's the difference between the area of the square and the area of the circle. That is our shaded region or shaded area. So the math part's still the same. We still find the area of both parts, so our square, just a rectangle, A equals base times height, or you could say side squared if you want to get fancy. 8 times 8, which is 64 square feet. Then we have our circle. And you say, well, our circle's not labeled at all. But if it's 8 from here to there, and our circle is the same size as our square, that means that going all the way across the circle is also 8 feet, which means it has a diameter of 8 feet, and more importantly, it has a radius of 4 feet. We can use our pi r squared area. That's 3.14 times not 8 squared, but just 4 squared. So 3.14, 4 squared is 16, and 3.14 times 16 is 50.24. I just want to know what is the difference between 64 and 50.24. And then the mistake some of you will make, so just subtract this wrong. So let's practice subtracting. So 64 is on top, 50 is underneath it, right? Because we have to line up our decimals. If it's a whole number, there's a decimal at the end of it. This is also has 2 4s. So we need to fill in zeros here. And then I'm going to have to borrow because I can't take 4 away from nothing. I need to borrow from here, but I don't have anything there either. So this becomes 3. This momentarily becomes 10 until I steal from it, and it becomes 9, and then this becomes 10. Then 10 minus 4 is 6, 9 minus 2 is 7, 3 minus nothing is 3, 6 minus 5 is 1, and our shaded area is 13.76 feet squared. Alright, so make sure to write some questions. How do I find the shaded region? How do I find composite area? Summary, how do I fix Ellis's internet connection so it doesn't look like garbage when I'm trying to take notes? Or something about shapes. I don't know. Alright, hopefully this didn't mess up because I don't want to do this again. So good luck. I hope this works out. Good night. Thank you.